It is Sunday. First meal of the day. Looks so good. My daughter made some bacon because she wanted some for her pasta salad. And she made me a couple of pieces. And this whole thing is only 350 calories. It has low fat mayonnaise on it. It is the 35 calorie light bread I have on clearance. And 2 eggs. And big extra large cut slice of tomato. So I can't believe how filling this is. 22 grams of protein for 350 calories. Nice. Okay, so I did record the egg sandwich I had this morning, and that's all I've had today. And I know I'm probably going to have a third meal because I'm still not at even 700 calories after I eat this. I've just been so busy. This is a kind of veggie salad. I have chickpeas, cucumber, celery, red onion, and not green apple, just regular apple in here. And it's only 357 calories for everything, including 8 grams of olive oil. So hopefully that will keep me full for a while. It gives me lots of fresh veggies and enzymes and, prebiotics and fiber and all the good stuff. We just got back from Fort Smith. It's so funny because I have all the cats back there. You have to give the Aldi bags to the cats. It's just what you do. And then our bunny started snortling because she's excited that we're home. And the roosters are outside crowing because they can't stand it that we're home. So funny. And guys, I'm exhausted because it's almost 2 hours there and then almost 2 hours back. So it's almost 4 hour round trip. And Fort Smith is crazy, okay? Yes, it's crazy in Hot Springs, but at least Hot Springs is sort of pretty. There are crazy people in both places. But the tweakers in Fort Smith, yeah, but one of the guys, okay, there's homeless people everywhere in Fort Smith. And I have nothing against homeless people, except the freaking, tweakers walking around, glitching, stopping in the middle of the intersection to make weird hand signals that make no sense, and then, talking to themselves, and, they're scary, because especially when you're, two women, Anyway, is wild there. But at least we made it home alive. And we got so much food. It's not funny. About $150 got us more food than I could ever imagine. This is all the non-fruit and veg, okay? We got another giant pizza for $6.99. Oh, look, forgot about this. This was $3.50, and it's grain-free coconut cauliflower wraps, which I know I will just love. Be easier for me, in my condition. Got burritos for the kiddos and snacky sausages. They love those. Almond milk for me. This mostly for a teenage boy. I'm pretty sure that if you were to take a teenage boy and make him do a handstand and plug him in, he'd be like a vacuum and suck up everything on the floor. So, it would be nice because then we would actually have clean floors. And I got chicken nuggets, 2 bags of them, because I wanted to get either chicken fries or patties, but when you look at the ounces per price, regular nuggets, you just get the most for your money. And Gabby wanted this one. I got this one. It's going to be so good with the broccoli we got and rice and whatnot. Got some extra soy sauce. You can always need more of that. And look at this. This is not nearly as healthy as what we got from Azura. It's not sprouted. But what I think is really cool about these bagels is it actually bothers to put on there unbromated, unbleached, enriched wheat flour. Doesn't say that it wasn't sprayed out with glyphosate, right? Look at that bioengineered ingredient. Yay! But it's crazy that they have to say unbromated because they do that in this country, right? And then these were under $2 a piece. So that's not bad. Decent price for here. This is some weird cheese that was $2 off. So it's almost half off. Got that for my son. Got this big thing of cheese. It's pretty much comparable to anywhere else. Like I said, when you get 2 pounds for $6.99, it's maybe 30 cents a serving, if that. I can't remember. I have to do it again. Hummus. I love hummus. I know I can make my own. I just never seem to have time. And that is so good. If you guys have not tried replacing sour cream with whole milk Greek yogurt, you should. You don't have to be Greek. You can just be whole milk yogurt because it's so creamy. And when I did body ecology years ago, they suggest not to have much dairy unless it's cultured, especially raw organic cultured, is best. And so I kind of really cut down on any. I don't even hardly drink milk anymore. I notice milk makes me break out the most, so like zits, around my period. And so I have a little cheese, but really I'm the healthiest when the only milk I have really is cultured. And got two things of this. These are like under $2 each. And these are from Italy, which I like. Getting pasta from Italy cuts down on all that glyphosate sprayed wheat in this country and the bromated wheat in this country and then the hybridized wheat in this country. Europe just has higher standards than we do. It's sad, but it's true. And then a big thing of mustard because it's pretty cheap there compared to locally. These were under $2 each. My daughter likes to use these for her pasta salads, the spicy ranch. I got that one too for who knows what. Got these for the kiddos. Got two of those. I got a big bag of the thin chips because I like thin ones. I don't like the thick ones. They're just weird to me. And olive oil. This was really cheap. It was like $4.50. So let's hope it's decent quality. We all know how that goes, right? Like how many countries is it in? Look, Spain, Italy, Greece, Turkey, Tunisia, and or Morocco. Yay. Green tea, super cheap. And these were two for $1. Gabby likes to use those two for her pasta salads. Got these for either making granola or like our breads that we make with our pumpkin and zucchini. And mayonnaise and tuna. Let's see, even some of this stuff. So this is all the non-veg stuff we got. This is all the veggie stuff. Oh my goodness. Fruits and veg. Grapes were like $1.60 something a pound. Mushrooms under $2. This was like $1.20 something a pound. Got zucchini, got squash, got two things of broccoli, two things of corn, two things of peas, 3 Brussels sprouts, 2 chopped salads, got 4 things of the broccoli because my daughter likes them as much as me, and then a big thing of frozen berries, and then some blueberries. This is a lot of produce. So with all the other stuff that we got, and then all of this produce, and like I said, we already always have a lot of dried beans and rice, millet, and we have tons of cornmeal that's organic we haven't used. We have organic grits, and a lot of those types of things that we get from Azure in bulk, and they last forever. So when you buy like this stuff, add it with those things, then you have higher quality grains and it lasts forever. And no, I didn't get any meat because I hate traveling that far. But they don't have a lot of meat choices at the Aldi we go to. If we get meat, we're more likely to get it from Kroger, which I just have cut down. I don't eat a lot of meat anymore. I just eat kind of vegetarian, like I'll eat eggs and dairy, but I just don't eat much meat right now. Okay, this is Tweeter's first egg. It is so cute. You can't really tell, I feel like, in this lighting. This is a normal Easter egg or egg. It's a light blue. This is a darker, like an olivey kind of green color. She is a half snowy Easter egger. I guess a quarter Brahma and a quarter Cochin because her daddy is Henry. And she looks like a snowy white Easter egger with white floofy feet. And she's the one who's been sort of like handicapped, and she seems to be getting stronger and stronger. And then she laid her first egg. I am so proud of her, my sweet little girl. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I know her sister has been laying lots of little eggs every single day. She's half Leghorn, and she lays almost daily. I am so achy and tired today after driving all day yesterday, so I want something easy. And I'm trying these wraps. I had one of these last night, and I made 2 this morning. The whole thing is a little over 200 calories, I guess. Yeah, right around there, because half a cup of refried beans, quarter cup on each one, and then these. And it's so much fiber, 17 grams of fiber, which is crazy. And then I added out how much it cost even, and so it is like 90 cents for the 2 wraps, because they're 40-something cents a piece. But the refried beans are legitimately, on average 10 cents, depending on where you get them. I wasn't even going to record this because I am tired, I'm flaring, I'm aching, yada yada, right? I'm not feeling good. Because we were out all day yesterday traveling, and of course, I ate what we usually eat, which is the baguette bread and cheese on the river. And I'm sure the bread and cheese isn't that great for me. And then this morning, I had the grain-free wraps with the refried beans. And then for lunch, I was aching and busy working on videos, scheduling, editing, whatnot. So I just had a bagel with some of this clearance cheese I got at Aldi. And after, I'm going to have to look again. After this much food, I'm still at 1,100, not even quite 1,200 calories. I'm thinking, because I was under 700, and then this is not even 600, but I wanted to show this because I'm absolutely very stunned at how low in calories this is. This is a huge plate, okay? I have like tiny hands, but like this is a huge plate, and it's got 2 servings of chips on the bottom. And the nice thing is the chips I got at Aldi are only 130 calories a serving, whereas Moose, I see you. Sorry, my dog is staring down the bunny. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of chips that you get are about 160 calories for 28 grams, and these are only 130. So that saves me 60 calories when you do 2 whole servings for a meal. And I have refried beans on there. I have 3/4 of a cup spread out. And then 2 servings of a queso that we got there, which is 45 calories for 1 serving. And I have 2 spread out on there. So that's 90 more calories. And then I have 2 big servings of the lettuce salad mix, which is 30 calories. And then I have 3 servings of 3 tablespoons, serving and a half sour cream on there. And the 0-calorie dressing, just a tiny drop of it, and a little bit of hot sauce. And this whole thing is like 592 calories or something. And I'm like, wow, that is it's like piled on, like it's high. I know it's mostly lettuce, but it's still got a lot of chips and beans and everything else, right? I kind of like taco salad. So if I eat Tex-Mex food, I almost like as much cold vegetables as I would the hot stuff. So it really is just as much lettuce, if not more, than the other stuff. And anywho, I thought I would show it because, people are sometimes afraid to eat their favorite foods because of how high in calories it is. And yeah, if you were to go to some restaurant and order nachos, you're probably going to be eating like 2,000 calories of greasy crap. But if you make your own, it's even lower in calories. And if you were to take tostadas and bake them like chips, same thing, even lower in calories because they're not fried at all. Breakfast this morning is more calories than what I usually eat, but I have a lot of physical work to do today. It is Wednesday. Yesterday, I feel like I spent the whole day recovering, so I have so much to do today. It is one of the bagels, which the rest of them are the kids, but I got 2, so I know they're naughty, but I like them. And it's kind of neat, like I said before, this unbromated, which was hard to find here, unless it's like organic or something. And 2 eggs, and almost a serving of this clearance cheese we got at Aldi that's raclette or something cheese, which is kind of like a Swissy, almost moldy smelling cheese. Anywho, let me see. And I put parsley in there. I also sauteed some onions in some olive oil before I did this. So it's almost 600 calories, but a lot of protein too, So I'm finally eating a meal. Yum, yum. It is like probably after 2. I've had a spoon of peanut butter this morning, and that was it. I've been kind of doing stuff all day and finally eating something. I'll be counting my calories later. It's 3 eggs and a serving of cheddar and some tomatoes and the yummy, yummy little grain-free wraps. I need to eat my eggs up. We have too many. I am so full. I'm not going to finish this one. I did put some Greek yogurt on it too. this one wrap started tearing up. One sort of did. The other one was actually really fine. Most of the time they don't tear up, but these were on the bottom of the bag. And so I'm going to have to save this for later. Can you guess what I'm making? Yeah, it's with eggs again. I don't want to record all my meals because it gets too redundant. But this is so yummy smelling. I have some onion in there, one piece of bacon, and some mushrooms cut up that I had gotten from Aldi pretty cheap. So I'm trying to cook some veggies. I've been outside gardening all day and harvesting wild herbs, and right now I'm going to cook some zucchini and squash. And I also have a lot of rice I am about to cook. I'm probably going to eat this with potatoes, and this rice is going to be for us for the next few days with all of our other meals we're doing. We've been using a lot of stuff in the dehydrator, and anyway, we're trying to eat as much healthy stuff as we can, get all the spring wild edibles in us, and make some herbal supplements and whatnot, and mostly eating veggies, and either, like whole food starches or veggies and eggs right now. So this whole plate is only 437 calories, and the main reason why it's even that many calories is because I use 2 servings of nutritional yeast, and it tastes so good. There is almost 9 ounces of potato underneath all these veggies, and it made so much like a sauce, and that's just from the juices and the zucchini cooking down. I only used maybe a teaspoon of olive oil when I cooked the onion and zucchini. I added a little bit of dill, garlic, parsley, nutritional yeast, and this is the kind I got from a Zero Standard, right? And look at the nutrition contents, like 1.5 tablespoons, 70 calories, 8 grams of protein. I cannot believe it. I had no idea. So this whole thing has 24 grams of protein, which is kind of crazy considering it's just veggies and a starch. And most of it came from, the nutritional yeast, but of course there's a little bit in all of the other goodies in here. Look at all these pretty herbs. This is the chickweed, and I picked just the really lushy, soft green, tender ends instead of just the long stemmy parts. And there's a bunch more here. This is a lot of dead nettle. I just kind of get the really good ends that have so much of that nutrition, a lot of purple in the end. And we have a lot of the dandelions. They just look closed because Gabby washed them. But they were all floofy and fresh. And they would actually seed and turn like white seeds if we let them dry naturally. But if we dehydrate them, they stay yellow. And here's some more chickweed, and I'm going to take some of the chickweed and use for smoothies or soups because supposedly they have enzymes that are really good for you. And then some of it we are going to dehydrate to make powders. We're going to do the same thing with the dead nettle. We already have a bunch of henbit, which are kind of both in the same family, a mint family. And they have tons of health benefits. We need to go get a bunch of the knotweed that's out there. We have invasive Japanese knotweed, which the realtors were so nice to not tell us that we bought that because it's like a big no-no in the whole selling, property thing. But the positive side is it is full of nutrients, is like antibacterial, it fights Lyme disease, is full of resveratrol and anti-inflammatory agents. So we want to get some of that too. I'm going to get like the young shoots and leaves and make, it's a bit too tart for most people wanting to eat it. Plus, it's very earthy. But I think that would make a wonderful tea. So we're going to make some tea with the knotweed leaves and baby shoots. And then we're going to take the roots and also dehydrate it and make a powder for supplements. But this is amazing at how much free food we have all over where we live. If you were to take all of these herbs here, you can make teas with them. We're going to make teas with a lot of these. We're going to make supplements with them. But you can also make like pottage stuff. Like you can make stews and soups with a lot of them. And all of the minerals in them is so much stronger than the food you buy from the grocery store that's like grown in dead soil with nothing but, nitrogen and stuff. And it's not actually going to have real nutrition in it. And for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years, people would want all of these spring herbs because, all winter long, you're lucky if you have wheat and grain that lasts through the winter. And a lot of times people are stuck eating what little bit of dehydrated fruit they had left and a lot of meat. and maybe a few winter veggies that managed to be saved. And when spring came, it was a time of cleansing your liver, cleansing your body, and having a lot of green soups and stews. So I love that we have this. And I mean, this is so tender. To me, the chickweed is the funnest part, how tender it is. But we do give most of it to our chickens, of course, because they love it. And the ducks love it too. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I am not really real hungry, but I'm eating because I need to eat. I've only had 1,000 calories or so. So I know, I was trying to think if I recorded all of my meals today. I think I may have, unless, yeah, I just showed the veggies I was cooking for the eggs because I mean, everyone's going to get tired of seeing eggs all the time. And then my meal earlier with veggies and potato, and I did have, of course, peanut butter this morning. I will do something like that to keep going because I usually don't have time to eat in the morning, have a lot of chores to do, and I'm in my studio editing videos right now, so it's late, but I'll probably be up for at least another hour or two. And I have 1¼ cups of rice. I made yellow rice. I put a little bit of powdered kelp in there for minerals and iodine and parsley. You know, parsley is, I'm pretty sure it's like a blood cleanser, and it's also considered anti-parasitic for animals. So I always throw parsley and stuff, even though you don't think you can taste it. It's always good for you. And of course, turmeric to make it yellow, and I think a little chili powder and stuff. And I have about 1/2 cup of onion and 1 serving of corn that is about 1/2 cup too, and I sauteed those in a little olive oil and then mixed in the rice to make a really good rice with veggies in it, and then a side of broccoli. There's a little bit more broccoli under there. It was actually 2 cups of broccoli, but it has cooked down, and then had some lime juice on that. And I almost thought about putting that clearance dressing on the broccoli. I did that last night. What is it? Yeah, the P.F. Chang's ginger dressing. It is like overrated plastic tasting crap that was on clearance at Kroger. And it's not even close to worth the 90 calories. I'm like, if I needed any other flavor to this, I would just add like soy sauce or hot sauce or something. 90 calories for like plastic with a hint of soy flavor and ginger flavor. It's really sad how processed crap is like so expensive and it never even tastes that good. So dinner was so freaking good last night. I am making some for everyone. There's a serving of corn for each of us in here. I'll be putting a little over a cup of rice per each person. And I'm steaming some broccoli, sort of baked steaming, like in the oven, but with a little bit of water and lemon juice to kind of keep it from drying out. Oh my God, it was amazing. I'm actually going to kind of stir fry some eggs in with it, 1 egg for each of us. So that way we'll have a little bit of extra protein. We can always eat up the countless eggs we have. And you know, I know I mentioned last night that I put a little bit of kelp in the rice itself when it was cooking. And I feed my chickens like a scoop, like a handful or 2 of kelp with their food all the time, which gets them a lot more nutrients. We don't ever get enough minerals today. Most of the food we have is depleted of minerals, and so eating really healthy eggs give us so much of the minerals that we need. And then you can also add it to your food you cook. And the chickens also eat a lot of those wild herbs that are also full of minerals you don't get from the grocery store. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I can't believe it. It is so good. This is only like 500 calories. Now it's more because I put egg and olive oil in it. And if I didn't have the olive oil in it, it would be under 500 calories. But I had to use a little bit of extra oil because that pan is so bad about sticking. But this is still, oh my God, this is so much rice. It's like about 1¼ cup per person, a serving of corn. Probably like, I don't know, about 1/3 cup of onion for each person, maybe 1/4 cup of onion per person. And the 1 egg, I have parsley, chili powder. I know I've used other stuff, I just can't remember everything. Garlic, of course. And then I have the broccoli. Oh, so good. You know, this is so affordable, too. If you can find broccoli cheap or even just use frozen broccoli, rice is pennies, guys, is pennies. This does not cost much at all. Is it redundant? Yes. Will I eat it? Yes. Is it good? Yes. I have 3 eggs in here, 1 serving of cheddar, all of the rest of my little baby bella mushrooms because they look like they were on their way out. And I have, I don't know, maybe a 1/3 cup or so of red onion. I sauteed in a little bit of olive oil, and I topped it with the whole fat Greek yogurt, which is so good. And it lasts longer, I feel like, almost than when we do sour cream. And it has more probiotics in it. Sour cream should have probiotics in it too, but it may not be as much as yogurt. Really depends on the quality of the stuff you buy, especially if you buy store brand. You can look at the ingredients and it won't just be, you know, cream and cultures. It'll be like cream and cultures and guar gum and this gum and that gum and carrageenan and filler and maltodextrin and all this kind of weird stuff. So I don't like buying filler yogurts or sour creams or anything unless it is like clearance where it's so cheap it's almost free, because it's not that good for you. And I am so sore. I am pretty sure that I have realized that there's muscles I didn't know I had. Because I've been gardening outside, probably only spending, sometimes I spend up to 2 hours outside gardening, sometimes only about 45 minutes, but I've been doing it the last several days. And I mean, the whole back half of me, it's weird. It's like all the back muscles, like my calves, thighs, my butt, back, everything on the back half of me is like alive again. And there's muscles there I really didn't know I had. So I am so sore and tired, but I have so much to do today. So hopefully I will get enough nutrition to keep doing more work outside, because I have to go to Hot Springs tomorrow. Okay, so I am actually putting in potatoes today. We have so many worms. You can just see like worms moving everywhere when I dig holes. I have just piles and piles of old compost, chicken poop, rabbit poop, and I'll be putting a lot more stuff on there on top of them. These are old gnarly potatoes that we grew last year, but all the ones that we didn't eat in time or were kind of too small, you know, I kind of just picked the yummiest ones to eat. And then all the other ones, like that one would have been okay to eat, it's shrunk up since it's old. But these are all just various potatoes, super gnarly, shriveled. I didn't store them underground or anything like that. Kind of kept them out of the light, but kind of didn't at times. And so we're just going to see what happens. So I was not really in the mood for a lunch since I had a big breakfast, and I want to just wait and eat dinner. I think for dinner I'm going to have something similar to last night with rice, but with the squash and the nutritional yeast. So I decided to make the kids and I some boba. I had taken them once to Houston to get some as kind of a going away thing. I wanted them to try stuff in Texas I knew they would not be able to find up here as much. And they do have one in Hot Springs now. But of course, when you go buy it, it's kind of expensive, you know. So if you make it from home, it's really not nearly as expensive. Now, they sell kits in the stores, which are not too bad. It's still cheaper than buying it out. But if you buy the individual stuff, it's actually even cheaper still. And then some stuff lasts forever. Like, this isn't the cheapest thing in the world, but I got it on sale on a Zero Standard before. And it has a lot of other good, healthy stuff in it. And it's not just cheap tea. And then I did get cheap tea here that was on sale at my local grocery store. It's green tea matcha together. I used one of these for each one, and I also used a little bit more than a serving for each one with this. And I think next time I'm even going to double it again, because you can see how with the milk and everything, it's like some almond milk and whole milk at the bottom, but it still doesn't look very green, and I like it really green. I like a really strong matcha flavor. And then I got these on Amazon, and we still have like half the bag. It's not quite 6 servings when you look at the grams per servings. And anyway, it made about 3.5 tablespoons per person of prepared little boba balls. And then I have these, which will last forever. I mean, come on. I don't know how long those will last, unless we use them for smoothies too. Anyway, this is wonderful because it's a nice treat and it keeps you full with all the tapioca in there. And if you ever make your own boba or go out and have it, you might want to take a probiotic first, because the tapioca is a really good prebiotic. It feeds really good bacteria. So if you're taking good bacteria with it, it just helps them thrive more. Oh, yes, yes. There's a zucchini down there with some onion, and making more of the corn and red onion rice stuff I've made before is so good. I have all this yellow rice left, so it's going to be so yummy. I cannot wait. Oh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to eat. There's a serving of nutritional yeast for every person in here. So that adds 8 extra grams of protein. And then there's an egg for every person in here too. And I am like shaky because I guess I shouldn't have had boba, of course, because there's a little bit of honey and sugar in there. There was sweetener too, so I didn't have so much sugar. But I haven't had any food in forever, and it's after 7, so I need to eat something because my hypoglycemia is kicking in. If you only knew how good this smelled, if you had smell-o-vision, if you could taste it, it tastes so good. I can't believe it. It is amazing. Oh, I'm going to be in heaven.